Hi, I'm Marvin, and welcome back to another Workflow Wednesday. And in this Workflow Wednesday, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use TrueSuite to use their IOConnect software to convert IOConnect scans to be able to build prosthetics on top of it. So right now what we have open is our in-lab software, and this is where we actually receive the scans for our software that we're going to use. So right now we have our upper and lower scans sent to us by the doctor, and they also use the IOConnect scan kits to put these markers on and also put these scan bodies on. So right now you want to make sure that you do have these scans. These are the most important scans to be able to bring in to the IOConnect software on TrueSuite to be able to convert this into the files that you're going to need for you or your laboratory to actually design a provisional on top of. So right now, the ones that you see here are these little caps right here that we have in our gingiva mass folder, and these hexes, as I would like to call them, these scan bodies right here. So something that's very important, if you notice, that our scans were not actually brought in color. They were brought in already kind of in these default colors. So whether they're the tan colors or even the pink right here in the gingiva mask, or this gray that is designated for any type of copy scans. So what you would notice if you scan these and you see them in color, that these markers actually have 3 different sizes. It's a small, medium, and large. So it's very important that if you can identify them on the scan, to be able to talk to whoever sent you the scans to actually let you know what was used. So for us, I know that these 2 back ones are largest and these front ones are medium. I also know that they actually use the Urus ones. So it's always good to know and differentiate which scans were used, which scan bodies. So when you're actually making the files on IOConnect on TrueSuite, that you're actually selecting the correct ones. So right now we know our sizes, we know what product brand they used. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna export these scans to a folder. So I've already gone ahead and done that, but no matter what software you get these in, just go ahead and export these as STLs to yourself on your desktop and just make sure you know where they're saved. So that's what I would go ahead and do. I'd click export. I'd make sure at the bottom here for us that we have them set as STLs. And if you see here, when I go on my desktop, I actually have a IOConnect scan folder. That's the one that I would upload it in. I already have them saved, but just taking you to the steps, that's what I would do. Once you go ahead and you save that, you can go ahead and open up TrueSuite. Now that you have TrueSuite open, you'll notice all the different softwares that they actually provide on TrueSuite. But one of the ones that you'll see here at the bottom left is IOConnect. You're gonna go ahead and left click on Run. And once you go ahead and done that, you'll see that a full page of your cases will come up if you've already done this multiple times. If you haven't, you might not have any there. That's totally fine. This is going to be a new case. So what you're going to do is go to the top left, and this is where you'll actually open up a new case, and they'll ask you for a patient number. So depending on how you differentiate your patients, you can go ahead and maybe put a birth date, an ID number, or whatever it may be. So for us, we're going to put 123. We're going to put the patient's initials. Go ahead and do that. And you'll notice description, you can go ahead and write anything that you want to put there, but it's not required. But what is required, of course, is the scan files. So the one that you want to bring in is that one that I told you that actually are I call them the hex scan bodies. That's just my terminology for them. That's kind of how I differentiate them. And those are the ones that have the different sizes. So you're going to go ahead and find that one, that file, and that's what you're going to bring in. So again, it's always good to remember where you saved it. So I saved it here in this folder, and I have it right here in the scan body upper. So you can actually see it if you want. If you right click on the right side that shows a preview of the scan you're bringing in, you can go ahead and flip it over and just make sure that that is the scan you want. So that's what we have here. So we're going to go ahead and press load. This is the only scan you're going to need to bring in. Once you've gone ahead and done that, you'll do save and proceed. So now that you've gone ahead and save and proceed, this is where you should be now. Right now where we are, we're right here in the beginning steps of the IOConnect software. So what you'll see on the right side, it's gonna want you to make a decision on whether you use the HS cap small, the HS cap, or the MUA cones. For us, what we're using are the HS caps. So you'll go ahead and left click and select this option. Once you've gone and done that, you'll notice up top there's a diagram that kind of gives you the steps on how you're supposed to select these scan body markers. What you want to do is just left click right on the center of the little diamond that's there. So we're going to go ahead and left click on this one, left click on the next one, and the next one. And once you've gone ahead and done that, you'll notice we selected 4 different markers. What you'll also see on the left side is you have 4 different diagrams that want you to select whether this is a small, medium, and large, and what kind of multi-unit abutment this is. So again, that's why I'm saying it is very important to know what are being used. If you cannot see in the scan the lettering on the markers themselves, it's always good to call and just find out what was used by the person who scanned this case for you. So for us, we know that the 2 posterior ones are going to be large, so we'll go ahead and do large on number 1 and large on number 4. And we know number 2 and 3 are medium and medium. And we know that all of them are going to be the true AOTs. So once you selected it on one, it will select it on the rest of them. So we've gone ahead and we chose true AOTs. And we're going to go ahead right here on the right side and click generate, bottom right. So again, once you go ahead and choose generate, what it's actually doing now, it's going to make you an STL file that you're going to be able to now go and stitch back with your other scan of the little caps that was sent to you, as well as this marker scan. And when you use that scan, that's actually what your designer will be ending up building on to actually make the appliance itself. So now that we've gone ahead and done that, you'll see that we kind of see a little highlight of these different markers on how they're aligned now because of what we chose. So now we've gone ahead and we've done that. And what you'll see at the bottom right is there's a little option that says export because we've already generated. So we're going to go ahead and press export. And now we'll go back to our folder where we first uploaded these scans. So for us, that's on our desktop, labeled right here, IO Connect Scans. And I would call these caps. We have a cap scan in here, so I'll put caps new. So once you get those files and you export them to your folder, you're going to go ahead and bring those back in with the files that you had first received and stitch those caps to the cap scan that you have. And when you go ahead and do that, your designer will go ahead and use those to identify where those implants are going to be in those abutments. And in the software, you'll be able to select those caps to create the necessary holes to be able to fit the appliances on top of whatever caps the doctor will be using. That's it for another Workflow Wednesdays. If you guys have any questions, please comment below, and we'll see you on the next one.